Okay, so today's fertility check gave me 2 more pieces of good news. That's Coby and Coco. They have 1 clear egg, probably just laid. Another clear egg that's probably the first one they laid and infertile. And 1 that's showing some nice development. And Hardee and Lilith. Now, these are one of the ones I was worried about because Hardee's 4 years old. And Lilith's definitely older. Now, they lost 1 egg on the bottom of the cage because it's stuck to Lilith's feathers. Not a lot you can do about that. But they do have 2 eggs remaining. 1 is clearly fertile and developing. The other is clear. I'm going to guess the clear one again is the first one that she laid because she lost the egg stuck to her feathers yesterday. So that would have been the last one that she laid. So, but there's more to come. I'm checking these 6 days after they laid their first eggs, but they're not done. They're going to lay eggs for a whole other week. So we have fertility in 1 egg. That means there'll be fertility in more eggs. I am noticing, once again, that consistent pattern of the first egg is infertile. That does not happen when you breed them in spring, but it certainly does in the fall. I think every bird in here has an infertile egg in their nest, and it's the first one laid. So overall, the fertility issues aren't that bad. Limey and Luscious seem to have stopped at 2 eggs. 1 is fertile. I will take it. I only need 1 chick. I'll just leave them alone and let them do their business. Haverty and Lacey have 3 fertile eggs cooking along. I think they're the only ones in here that don't have a fertile egg in their nest. And that's good. That's my lacewing line happening. Bubba and Gidget have 1 infertile, 1 that clearly started to develop and fizzled, and 1 that's cooking along, and by now they probably have another one, because I checked it a few days ago, but we definitely have fertility here. Hardee and Lilith, fertility. Storm and Azul, fertility. And Coco and Coby, fertility. And with Scruffy and Lilith are a little bit up for grabs. They have 4 eggs in the nest when I checked. 3 of them were blanks. 1 could have just been laid right then. 1 of them has a circle around along the top of the yolk, which generally is the first stage of visible development. So I think that what happened is I got 3 infertile eggs, and now they're starting to produce some fertility. So we'll take that. We'll know for sure. I'll check them again in a few days, and we'll know for sure what's happening there. We have yet to check Buster and Rainbow, who just started laying a few days ago, and Sky and Jester. They'll both get checked tomorrow, and we'll find out if... Oh, no. These guys aren't getting checked till Thursday. Who's the one I check tomorrow? Oh, Razzle and Remington I'll check tomorrow, and Jester and Sky I check tomorrow. Then Fluffy and Sprite and Buster and Rainbow got a late start, and so they don't get checked till Thursday. The one thing about Razzle and Remington is, of course, Razzle got lots of calcium when he was raising his last set of chicks because I was struggling with rickets. So that would have made him infertile. I waited 6 weeks. He should be fertile again by now. But we're going to find out for sure pretty soon, aren't we? So overall, my infertility issues are limited to my Neon. This is my boy. Regular parakeet. First bird. He's 6 years old, and he's shooting blanks. The big surprises were Izod, who was absolutely fertile in the spring and gave me a baby with Matilda, and Peabody, who for some reason is not giving me any fertility. Both of these birds are under 2 years old, in great health. I don't know why they're not giving me any fertility. I have seen these 2 breed. I've seen Izod breed Witch. I have not seen Peabody breed Cloudy. That might have something to do with it. I don't know. And then there's my birds, my ladies in waiting, okay? Marine seems to have decided that Mercury's okay. She's actually over here looking in the box, and she was just in and out of it. See, the two of them, they're having, the discussion is happening. He says, see, honey, box. She just went into it. See, honey, box, let's do it. We got this. These two have been having a discussion all along. In fact, let's check and see if we got an egg yet. Anything? Nothing yet, but she is defending her nest, that's for sure. Okay, Missy. So I'm expecting an egg pretty soon out of these two. And these two will definitely make their way along, maybe a week or so. So this is Aquinas and Turin. This is a different female I put in here with him, and she is ripe and ready to go and chasing him around the cage. This is Katesh, who used to be with Aquinas, but is not anymore because they just weren't doing anything. And this is Saturn. This is a new guy I picked up as an alternate male, and he's now being alternate. He's a proven breeder. He's a year and a half, 2 years old, and he's a yellow-faced single factor. A yellow-face 1, which is different than the yellow-face 2. So he's the only one of those I have, so it's kind of interesting. So I broke up Aquinas and Katesh because nothing was happening there, and I don't know who's at fault. I know Katesh, when I did notice when many of the other females in the big flight cage had brown cirrus, hers stayed white. And it was white when she came in here, but it's turned now. It's turning brown. It's not dark brown, but it's crusted and browning. So something's happening there. But that might have something to do with it. I had a recessive pied hen named Pie, who I'd matched with multiple males, and her cere was white all the time. It would turn a light tan color. She'd peer in the box a time or two, and then it would turn back to white again, and she'd stop looking in the box. So she had a hormonal disruption of some kind, and she just never went into breeding mode. So that's why I noticed with Katesh, hey, how come her cere is white when everybody else's is brown? And as you can see, it is turned, but it's not all the way. And I have never seen her go in that nest. So she's over here in a new cage with a new man. We'll see what happens. These two, Aquinas, I just don't see him doing the male thing. He's not I mean, if you look at him, he's singing his territory song. His feathers are fluffed up. He's doing all that. But he's not doing it to her. He's like, so with him, I suspect maybe behavioral problems or something. So I don't know what's going on with these two, but I've split them up, giving them two different birds to work with, and the truth will come out. Somebody isn't doing their job, and whoever it is that was stuck with somebody that wasn't working now has somebody they can work with. I really hope Aquinas here is going to give me some chicks, because he is turning out to be a very nice, good-sized, typical rainbow-type bird. And, you know, it would be nice to put that size on a recessive pied and fold it into my recessive pied line. So we'll see what happens with him, but they are basically just starting out now. So, you know, we got 2 weeks before we can expect any eggs. But I should see some behavioral changes at this point. At first, when I put them up, I took down the visual blind here so they could, in an attempt to make them jealous. Kadesh was definitely bent out of shape, that a hen was in her cage over there with the other man. So good. We need that. Now, I put it back up again because now it's time to focus on this man and this nest box. So hopefully I'm going to get something out of these guys now. Cross your fingers. And overall, my fertility problems are not as bad as I thought. I'm still hoping... So the 3 ones that really have a whole bunch of blank eggs, well, 4. Neon, who was a foster daddy anyway. Izod, who I was really worried I was going to lose his one and only baby boy, but he was one of the ones in the kitchen that was sick, but his son is well and hale and hearty, so if he doesn't breathe for me, that's okay. I got his baby boy. So, Peabody I'm crushed about. I really want to see this bird bred because he is a nice male, you know. I'm really hoping they're going to end up with something by the end of... She's an aggressive layer. She'll lay at least 6 or 7 eggs. And she's already got 3 in there with no fertility, but they can lay several eggs and then fertility shows up later. So I'm hoping that maybe something will show up at the end. And with Scruffy and Laurel, again, I have 3 of their daughters. It's not a desperate thing for any of my particular breeding programs if they don't breed, but it would be real nice if they threw me a boy. And like I said, I think that 4th egg has some fertility, in which case I would get a couple more eggs that are fertile, and I don't have to cull. So overall, we are going to get some babies here. I am going to be busy. It's just a matter of time.